Today we are making sweet waffles that are almost like, they taste like a waffle bowl or cone, and they are so delicious, and they just add an extra element to any ice cream party that you have this summer. So we are going to use our Belgian waffle mix, and we're going to do 2 cups. So there's 1, 2. We've got that, and since we're using a mix, you do not have to add the baking soda or baking powder. It has that in it. To our mix, you want to add all the dry ingredients. So I'm adding about 1 1/4 because I want mine to be really sweet. I've tried it both ways with 1 cup to 1 1/4 cup of sugar. So if you want less sugar, you could even take it down to 3/4 cup. And then I did a teaspoon of salt. Now the mix has some salt, but this kind of helps even out the sweetness. So once you have your dry ingredients in the bowl, I just kind of mix it so it's well blended. And I'm using a dough hook, which makes it really easy and convenient. And we sell them on our website, and they're amazing for a lot of different purposes. You get that all combined, and then to your dry mix, you are going to add about 6 tablespoons of butter, which I pre-measured in these bowls so it'd be easier. Then a teaspoon of vanilla and 4 eggs. And be careful of adding shells. And this is what sometimes my grandkids and my own kids loved to do, this part. So we've had plenty of eggshells in all of our baking days at our house, and you just have to dig those out. So there's 4 eggs. I just added the 4 eggs and the vanilla and butter, and I'm gonna stir till that is well combined before I add the heavy cream. So make sure you get your eggs well incorporated. So once you get it to this point, I am going to add a 1/2 cup of cream, and I add a 1/2 cup plus 3 tablespoons of cream. So there's the 1/2 cup, 3 tablespoons, so a 1/2 cup plus 3 tablespoons. I add that and I slowly stir it in because I've done it fast before and it'll just spill all over. Just like that. So make sure it's well mixed. And once you get to that point, your dough is gonna look a little thicker than what waffle dough looks like. So that is the finished dough. And as you can tell, it will make a lot of waffles. Now that we have our batter, I grabbed our dash and I let it heat up completely before I start. Now, sometimes I spray it so it doesn't stick, but a lot of times as it's seasoned, you don't need to. And then how I measure out is it's about 3 tablespoons to a mini dash. If you don't have a mini dash, you can do it in your waffle iron any way you want. And this is already heated, and you just scoop it in the middle. And there you go. And I wait probably 60 seconds before I test it, and I'll show you the color that it should look like. So there is our first waffle. And that's about the color you want. You know, it has butter in it, so it gets a really good golden brown. And I did end up spraying it after my first couple. And then you just kind of watch it until the steam stops. But sometimes after you wait those initial 60 seconds, you can lift it a little bit, and if it's sticking or doesn't look brown enough, you just shut it back down and it'll continue to cook. And something to remember, this batter is really fragile. It's not as thick as a waffle and as sturdy. And so sometimes when you pull it out, I like to use this. You can use a fork. And my hands, I bake a lot, so my hands can handle the heat, but be really careful when you're doing this. Now that all of our waffles are done, I set up a small, very small waffle bar. And I like certain brands of ice cream, but any ice cream will do. I like to use a mini scoop that is used for cookies or ice cream. Okay, and a trick that I use in a lot of ice cream shops is I have hot water behind here. And if I'm just making it for myself, I really don't care if I scoop from chocolate to vanilla or vanilla to chocolate. But you can use hot water or different scoops I will put out. You can also put whatever your family loves for toppings out, like mini chocolate chips, mini marshmallows. You could also just do all one flavor of ice cream and use chocolate, hot fudge. I like to put the caramel next. Because then the sprinkles don't get pushed off by the caramel, the heaviness of the caramel. And the best part is the whipped topping. Yes, I love homemade whipped cream for certain things, but for a party, this makes it so much easier. And then I will put a few more sprinkles. And what is the ice cream party for? Is to make a mess. No, we love it. Perfect for any party, pool party, at home, you have friends over, or your kids are just begging you to make them. And I'm telling you, you need to try this recipe. Like and subscribe. Bye.